Alex, job done.
Yeah, fantastic. Away from home, obviously Treviso. We haven't played here in a long time. Last time we put in a less than perfect performance about 5 or 6 years ago. But no, happy with that overall. A few things to work on, but you know, away from win home in Europe, it doesn't get much better.
I was going to say, because obviously coming away from home, people might have been expecting Saints to pick up the 5 points. How hard is it to get into the mentality of sort of staying away from that?
Yeah, no, I think it's. I don't think the boys get too focused on that. I think it's do a job, win the game first, and we'll focus on the points later. So, but no, happy with that. Obviously, we let a few tries in, which I think we'll look at in the week. Which a few lapses in concentration, maybe a few system errors, but nothing we can't fix. And we've got to prepare well for next week, because obviously we've beaten them here. Like in previous years, we've been beaten at home and then gone away to Leinster and Ulster and put in a great performance. So we can't underestimate them at all.
You mentioned the tries that they scored, but obviously the second half was almost a one-sided affair. Pleasing to pick it up after the break?
Yeah, it was. It's obviously always pleasing to second half start with a bit of a bang. You know, there's been times in the past where we've started with a bit of lapse of concentration at the start of the second half, so that's something we've worked on, and happy with that. But yeah, like I say, the tries came pretty thick and fast in the first half and the second half, but a bit disappointed in ourselves in the fact we let a few in. But like I say, something we can work on in the week. Nothing massive, a few system errors, put that right with Dicko and Kingy, and then move on to them playing at home.
Those system errors, might that just be something to do with bringing in, obviously the bench was bolstered this weekend, a lot of players returning. I guess that leads to problems you have to overcome, but then at the same time it's good to have the opportunity to do that towards the end of a game that's already closed out.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you look at the bench and it was full of internationals and boys coming back, which is fantastic to bring on and have that strength and depth that we can play. Give the internationals a bit of a rest, as they've had a tough series against some big teams. But I don't think it's anything individual. I think it's just a few system errors from boys that have been here the whole time. Boys coming in, you know, they fitted in straight back into the system. You know, it doesn't change much. But yeah, just generally as a team, I think there's 1 or 2 bits we can look at. But you know, like I say, away for win. They're never going to be pretty away from home, but we got the win. We're happy with that. Luther's birthday. Have a Coke tonight. Laughing.
Just a quick word on next weekend's game. Obviously, some huge games coming up in the Premiership. Easy to keep focused on this one last job before you go back into the Premiership?
Yeah, I think obviously Europe is a step up, playing teams that you don't play very often. So you do focus on that a little bit, but I think over time, especially with some of the senior lads, it just becomes the next job. Let's move on, focus on that analysis Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday into the week. It doesn't matter who we're playing, we'll put in the same amount of effort, same amount of analysis, and then so when we get into the Premiership, be the same again. Hopefully we'll keep the intensity a bit higher and fly into it.